My name is Agnew. Today's date is February 24th, 2018, and I am interviewing Sara Hedgecoe on the Ball State campus as part of the Virginia B. Ball Center seminar, Muslims in Muncie. Sara, thank you for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I want to begin by asking, where and when were you born?
I born in Mexico. Toreeon, Coahuila, Mexico is the northern part of Mexico. I born in October 17, 1965.
And is that where you grew up for most of your
Yes,
life?
I grew up in that city in Torreon.
What was it like growing up there?
Wonderful. I have a very happy childhood. Growing up, very happy. I come from a big family. Not immediate family, but extended family. We are very close. We are very family oriented. So I have a very happy life. I went to school, have a normal, happy life over there.
What were the names and occupations of your parents?
My mom, her name is Hortensia Solis. My father, Juan Solis. My father have a company, industrial company, make racks for John Deere. Is the little racks that remove the land, the earth, dirt. And my mom was just a housewife. Very nice, sweet parents. I was blessed with my parents.
Did you have brothers and sisters?
3 brothers, no sisters. I'm the only one girl and the oldest.
And what was your relationship like with your siblings?
Very close. We enjoyed to do things together, have birthdays, parties. We're very close to each other.
So in terms of religion, Mexico is predominantly Roman Catholic. How did religion shape your family's practices or traditions?
Well, like you say, Mexico is 90% of Mexicans are Catholics. I grew up in a very conservative and religious family. I went to since my kindergarten, I went to school with the nuns and priests. They were my teachers. And I guess religion has been a big factor in my life. I always search and look into who is God, what is God, asking questions, um, and unfortunately, Catholics are taking a different way of the true religion. I was kind of lost for many years, going every Sunday to church and seeing all these big statues of Jesus Christ, the Virgin of Guadalupe, virgins that I'm not even know. I mean, I tried to ask for history on those virgins, and the most they told me was, oh, this virgin is from Spain, this virgin is from Brazil, this virgin is from Mexico, and that was it. Very confused religion as I was growing up. But I always been searching and reading my Bible.
What was the most important lesson that your family taught you growing up?
The most important lesson is just love each other, eh, and help the needed, help people who is in need. Um, I think that's the for me that's the most important lesson.
And would you say something about your teenage years growing up in, how do I say it?
In Torreon,
Toreeon.
Torreon, yes, good. Like I say, I was just a normal girl, just playing with my friends. Um, I have always been in school. I like to study. I'm not a very smart person, but I like to read, and into I get it. Um, so I work for my grades. I work hard. Have plenty friends. I've been characterized for having a lot of friends. Um, mm, I went to I graduated from my high school. Um, and then I wanted to become a doctor. Uh, but many people discouraged me and my mom, my parents. Oh no, it's very hard, and she's not gonna have a life, and uh, so I opted to become a veterinarian. So I graduated in Mexico in one of the best universities in the north of Mexico. Antonio Narro is the university, which is recognized by Ball State. I make have some classes here in Ball State, and they recognize my school. So I graduate as a veterinarian and love the animals too. Uh, have plenty friends, family. Mexico is a 24/7 party. Mexico is just happy. You are happy over there. Um, every weekend is either a birthday party or is a graduation or is a baptized. Something is going on every weekend. So it's party, it's gatherings, it's food, it's being social. So that's how I grew up. But one thing, I've been a little shy. Little shy, even I have many friends. Um, in one point of my life, I thought I would become a nun. That was one of my um, thinkings, or one of my goals to become a nun. Just maybe because I grew up with nuns, and I thought it was very nice.
So going back to your life in Mexico, what impressions of America did you have when you were in Mexico?
I um, really I went to many trips to the coast of Mexico, and um, I see a lot of Americans, uh, and I thought they were kind of uh, how you, how you can say it, arrogant. Um, And I all my life, I'd say, I will never go to the United States. No, I just feel like it was a little bit of arrogance with the Americans. Um, and so, look, I'm here. I took classes. Okay, by the way, English has been the worst class in my life. All the time when I was in the university, we had to take English, so I struggle with English. Um, I took Italian, and I say Italian. If I move from Mexico, I will go to Italy. I will go to Europe. I will never go to the United States. Why? Why the United States? Always. But Um, so I ended here, and I'm still struggling with the English.
So now I'd like to shift to talk a little bit about your schooling experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how was your schooling during grade school as a child?
As a child, my grades.
Um, Elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
just how were your teachers and your classes
Mm-hmm.
and your friends?
Well, I remember having a lot of friends, and we participated in civic uh, how can I say civic acts like dancing or play. I was the one who I want to play. I want to be involved in any playing in any dancing. In the school, like I say, I'm not being the brightest or the smartest. B grades, B, C's, but. But I always love to learn. I love to, I love my classes and my teachers. Like I say, in the elementary school, I have just nuns and priests. Every Wednesday, we were having a mass. Um, eh, we pray before we start the class. We pray, and it was a little bit strict, but I love it, and I love my friends and. Um, like I said, I have a very blessed growing up life with my family, my friends, and the area where I live.
So, tell me about after graduating veterinary school,
Hmm.
what happened then?
Well, I went to work in a cattle ranch, inseminating cows and um, doing a lot of veterinarian stuff. I love it, love it, love it. Stay out of home for months, working in a different state in Chihuahua, um, but the pay was nothing, close to nothing, and I was very disappointed. Um, so after my graduation, like I said, I went to work for this company in cattle ranch. Um, was so disappointed, and I look for to have a better income and better life. I have family members in Texas, so they invite me to come to Texas. They say you will do good here. Come on, just come for vacation time and just stay a month, 2 months working here, and then you go back.
Where in Texas?
El Paso, El Paso, Texas.
So, how was your coming to America? Did you have any trouble with the visa process?
No, because as a just newly graduated, and I have to come back to do my thesis. I was working on my thesis. Um, After you graduate, you continue it with the thesis and working towards your um, what is the word in English? I'm sorry. Um, when you going to have the final, your
PhD?
no PhD, no. Um, anyway, I was working with is a genetic doctor, and he was helping me with the research about uh, how the caffeine influence in rats and mice, how the caffeine influence the sex on the rats. Um, the thesis was that caffeine will promote more females than males. So I have that project, and it was really easy for me to get my visa and come to the United States because my project.
And you came here by yourself.
Yes.
So how was your time in El Paso, Texas?
Kind of shocking. um, it was hard to be away from my family. I mean, I was with my aunt, but I adjust. Eventually, I adjust to the American life. Um, mm, Food was a big factor, very different. But I was able to work with handicaps in El Paso. And I said, I'm just going to stay here for a couple months and then I go back. But I never left. I stay here. Um, I was working with the handicap. He was from Virginia. He was quadriplegic, completely uh, quad. And he asked me to work for him, to drive him and take care of him. So I moved to Virginia with him. And then just I stay. I stay in the United States. Hmm.
So how long till you went to Virginia and then you went to Muncie?
Okay. First, I was in El Paso for 3 years. I stayed for 3 years in El Paso. Then I moved to Virginia, stayed there for 10 years. I met my husband over there, married, had my first child in Virginia. And then in that period of time, my brothers, they came to the States too. They came to Indiana, and my parents too. So we decided one Christmas they went to visit me in Virginia, and we decided to just be all together. So I moved, ended moving to Indiana. Hmm.
Did you, how did you identify at the beginning of moving to America? Did you identify mostly as Hispanic or Mexican or American or Catholic?
You know, when I moved to the United States, I was so naive because I never in my life experienced racism or discrimination. Never. Uh, uh, so in the States, I start feeling that way. First, in the beginning, I feel like everybody else, you know, which I am like everybody else. But it was a period of time when I feel the discrimination really bad, and that was one of the worst experience in my life. Uh, just because uh, I never thought a Mexican person will be different than American. I mean, we are maybe in the skin color or blue eyes, so in some things, but I never feel less than anybody. And it was hard to experience discrimination. It was hard, um, just because many people think that Mexicans we are all coming to pick up tomatoes or strawberries or come and work in the um, with the poultry or you know in the land, whatever, and just think that we are less, make us less human beings. And I always pull myself up and I say, no, this is this is not right. I have education, and I am a human being, and I'm proud to be Mexican, and I'm always gonna be. Um, but one more thing is I learned to become American too. Uh, the way of life, the being many years in the United States, I learned to become American, but not discriminating others. You know what I'm saying? And helping others.
Could you think of a time when that you felt discriminated against that you'd want to talk about?
Yeah, I think the worst time was in Indiana, and I discovered because my brothers they were working in Portland, in Tyson, big commercial, Tyson Mexican Original. They were in maintenance, uh, so we moved to Portland. We were in Portland, Indiana. It's just a little bitty town. My surprise was, okay, what is the African American people here? I don't see any. What's going on? It was weird not seeing African Americans, and so the I remember the first days I went to the little downtown in Portland, and I went to the store. One of the it was like a boutique, and I went in there and check around, um, and the lady never came and asked me what I need or if she could help me. She ignored me completely, and I was there to ask for something, and she never come and greeting me or say hello or anything. Um, and so that was escalating. I started working in Portland too, and I see how people were treating Mexicans than than Americans. Very different. Oh, I was like very upset, of course. Um, so I say, no, I'm not gonna stay here. I find out that Indiana is the mother of the Ku Klux Klan. So I say, okay, there's a reason. Portland and that area, they are very discriminating towards African Americans, and I know that. So no wonder you don't find colored people in that area. Which that's too bad. Um, and so is when I start feeling discrimination when I moved to Indiana, really.
Could you think of a time that someone stood up for you based on your identity, maybe in Indiana or in the United States?
Can you repeat the question, please?
A time when someone stood up for you based on your being Mexican or Muslim?
Mm, I don't remember somebody stood up for me. Mainly I've been doing it myself. Yeah.
So you mentioned coming to the U.S. alone and then meeting your husband in Virginia and starting your family there. Tell me a little bit about your family.
Well, I'm married to American from Virginia, and I had a daughter, Alexandra Nicole Hedgecoe, and then I had my son. He born in Indiana, Jonathan Hedgecoe, and he. I mean, my beautiful kids, love them to death. Unfortunately, my daughter passed away last year, but uh, I love them to death. So we have a nice family. We moved to Indiana, like I say. My husband agreed to move to Indiana, so my mom can, watch the kids while we were working, and so that's where we moved here, to be near the family.
Was your daughter born in Virginia?
Yes, yes.
And so your son goes to, did he go to Muncie Central?
No, to Boris.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And does he like it over there?
Yes, he loves it. Yes.
So before you converted to Islam,
Mm-hmm.
what were your thoughts about Islam?
Well, to be honest, I didn't hear too much about Islam. Eh, mm, I hear some things when I were in Mexico, just few things about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But not much. We don't. I mean, I didn't have a big influence of Islam in my life. Um, but we. I'm sorry. What it was the question?
What did you think about Islam?
Oh, okay, Islam. What I think. So I didn't really thought much about it. Into I was watching a soap opera. Yeah, soap opera. They were talking about a girl, a Muslim girl, meeting a Christian guy, and they fall in love. So the soap opera, they were talking a lot about the Quran, and they were telling stuff about the Quran, and I said, wait a minute, this is very close to what is in the Bible. So I start searching myself about Islam, but I didn't have any influence. I mean, from any friend, or I didn't know anybody who was Muslim. I mean, that influence in my life. I just everything came through soap opera, and so I start searching and learn um, from that point. But I fall in love with the religion of Islam.
You you talked about Catholicism not answering all your questions.
Mm-hmm.
So was there anything else that happened before the soap opera that kind of opened you up to wanting to learn more about Islam when you saw the soap opera?
Well, like I told you, I've been very interested to learn and to know more about God. I always been searching, even though I just read on my Bible. When I moved to the States, I was um, uh, people around me. They were especially Americans. Taught me no, Catholics is they wrong. They wrong because you guys worship the Virgin, and so I started searching more about the Virgin of Guadalupe. I started searching more about the um, Baptist. I went to Methodist church. Um, I have some friends. They were Jehovah Witnesses. So I try to study from from all these um, um, how you call them, not religion. I mean, different um,
Denomination.
nominations of Christianity. Um, I read my Bible constantly, and I never been stop reading and learning about God. And many of these is I have a question. How I mean, Catholics worship statues, um, the Virgin of Guadalupe. How Baptists think about Trinitarian God? Um, Jehovah Witnesses, they are a little bit more accurate, I would say, in my point of view. Uh, because they don't think that Jesus is the Son of God or God, you know, not God, the Son of God, but not God. So, been studying. I've been doing my research before I watched the soap opera. See, um, and I've been involved because I like to get involved with any religion. I like to help. I like to be involved with people who need help. I've been there. I've been tried to help. Um,
Do you remember the name of the soap opera?
yes. El clon. El clon. The clon.
What does that mean?
The a clone, when you reproduce, the chip to the clone, you're cloning like an animal or, identical. Um, so that was the name of the soap opera. Very interesting because they were talking about the science and then religion. It was a very interesting soap opera.
Um, there was a school teacher who
Mhm.
was wearing a hijab that you ran into a little bit after seeing the soap opera. Am I right?
Yes. I was watching the soap opera and I say, I need to get me a Quran. I need to read the holy book of the Muslims. So, and like I said, I like to search and look, and so I said I need to get one. So I will find it, and I'm talking about 15, 16 years ago. Okay. Um, so my son was very young. He was going to the pre-kinder or kindergarten. So one morning I came and dropped him to school, and they say, "Look, he's having a new teacher, and she had an accent." And I say, "I don't care. I have an accent. That's no problem." And they say, "Well, she's covering." And I say, wow, interesting. Yeah. Uh, excuse me. So they say she's from Iraq. Um, so I met her. I didn't ask her for Islam right away. I didn't know how to approach her, but it was a click between her and me. We click and we start talking and knowing each other. So I asked her, "Look, I'm interested in Islam. Can I borrow a Quran?" And she said, "Yes." She was so excited. She was so excited. She said, "Yes, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. And if you want, I can take you to our masjid." I said, "Perfect." So she brought me the Quran. I started reading the Quran, and it was like eye opener. Everything was a clarity for me. All my questions I asked in Mexico with the priests, the nuns. When I came to America, I asked religious people about the Trinity, about God, and they don't have any answers. I mean, logic answers. I know religion is about to believe, but not because you just tells you to believe you're gonna believe in anything. You have a brain. You have to um, think about it. It have to make sense. Well, the Islam makes sense to me about everything, about God, about the prophets, about um, the whole religion. It was like clarity, instant clarity in my life.
Do you remember the name of the teacher?
Yeah, my son's teacher, yeah, Suha Isaac. She's now my best friend. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Was the mosque over on Ball Avenue?
Yes,
time?
yes.
And
Very small, looked like a house from outside, but it was very cozy and um, it was an old building.
how was the community at the mosque at the time?
Oh, like my own family. I was, they welcomed me, and I feel like my own family. I didn't feel shy. I didn't feel um, discriminated or anything. They welcomed me. I was just happy. I was happy there, and I still be happy there. I'm still happy hmm with my community.
What year did you convert in?
Um, it's been forgot the year. I'm sorry, but it's been about 15 years. 15 years ago. Um,
About 2002.
yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah, because I remember the 9/11 was in 2001, and couple years after is when I convert. Yes, 2 years after. hmm
And what do you remember about 9/11?
Oh, it was awful. Eh, it was awful. I mean, it's when I was kind of start watching that soap opera. But I was like, how Muslims doing something like that? I mean, I don't think, but if you just think about it, in all religion is good and bad people, you know. So you're gonna have good and bad anywhere you're going. But right now, what I think about that is people with political ideals, but not really practicing the true religion. Um, so that's what it is, and Islam is Islam means peace. So Islam will never uh, mm, promote. Tell anyone to go and kill someone, a human being. So that's is common sense. Um, that people is just with the political ideals and it's just bad people.
How did those close to you react to your conversion?
Oh, everybody in my family, they were really upset. Um, they thought that Islam and Muslims, they are terrorists. They were worried for me. Um, so they were very unhappy. My mom, she cried, cried, cried. Mm, but it was hard time. They give me a hard time just because they didn't know about Islam really.
What were the biggest changes in your life after your conversion?
Um, uh, Really, the main thing is just submit completely to the will of God, which means not eating pork and not drinking. I'm not being a drinker or heavy drink or nothing like that. It's just social. So I give up my weekends parties with my friends. I give up all that. My favorite dish, Mexican dish, was pork. So I give up pork. And my life was changing, but for the good. I see many changes in my life, and everybody around me notice it. Not because I was a bad person, it's just my convictions and my way of life changed, and it changed. Um, not how my family was thinking. Oh, she's gonna become radical Islamic person, but they see the changes on me. They were just fine. They were, I mean, it was just fine. I just eating pork and not drinking, praying 5 times a day. And that was kind of like different for them. It was completely different, see me praying in the way Muslim praying. And there was a change for them. Um, we skipped some part. The part that we skipped was that I divorced my husband, the father of my kids, and I was just I'm moved with my parents, so we live together. So they when I became Muslim, I was already maybe 4 years divorced and living with my parents. Um, and maybe in the American culture, it seems like, oh, live with your parents. But it's our culture, our Hispanic culture, Mexican culture is when if you divorce, you for respect you go back to your parents, and especially if you have kids, some kind of, I mean, respect, and we help each other. So it was good. It was good to be with my parents. They always help me. I help them, and so they are the ones who saw the change. Um, they watched me how I was performing my prayers, um, not eating the pork, not going the weekends out with my friends to the bar. So that was a good change. And so they didn't mind that kind of change.
And how are your parents now?
How they are with the
With you being Muslim?
fine, fine. Um, eh, they adjust to my way of living, and it was a change on them too. They stopped eating pork. Yes, and my mom stopped praying to virgins and praying to kind of like idols, like statues. So she's directing her prayers to the only one God, and that's a big thing for us, for me. Um, but they are fine. They are fine. Uh, they feel they are used to now. They are used to my way of life.
When did you start to wear the hijab after you converted?
Probably mm, maybe couple years after I convert. Um, I mm, it was difficult because I used to work in the hospital in the medical surgical floor in the 9 North, and um, it was just difficult. Everybody knew I convert to Islam, but and then one day I said, well, it's time for me to wear my hijab. So I decided. I talked to my boss, and she said, hey, if you feel like you want to wear it, you do it. So I didn't have any problem, except for few nurses. They were like, what are you doing with that rocking your face and your head? Some people were mean, you know. Um, and some patients, just because I was Muslim, they didn't want me to help them. I remember one of the patients, he said, oh, you're Muslim. Get out of here. You're going to kill me. And I say, no, I'm here to help you. No. Muslims wants to kill Christians. And so the nurse in charge, my boss, she was very good. She came and talked to the patient, and he said, "No, she's here to help you. She will not do something like that, and she respect my beliefs. She was very open mind. So my friends, they were open mind too, and they were okay. They say, "Well, Sarah, you have a beautiful hair. We're gonna miss that." But so I wear my scarf for 5 years, and then one day I didn't planning to say it, but I'm gonna say it. One day, my daughter suffered from depression, bipolar, and she suffered from depression for a long time, long time. And I wanted to chill her. And I said, "Tell me how I can help you." She said, "Mom, if you take off the scarf, you're gonna make me so happy," because she want to be like everybody else, like going out to the mall with her mom and not being judged by the rest of the people. So she asked me to take him off, and she was in that period of time she was very critical because she was even she didn't want to leave. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna take him off. I want you to be happy." So I did it. I took him off. I asked God to forgive me and to give me strength. And in Islam, I learned that you are communicated with God. You don't have intermediaries. You don't have anything between you and God. Not even the angels. It's just you. So God knows my heart. And he knew why I was doing it for. So I took him off for her. And even my community in Muncie, they were very supportive. They say, "Don't worry. Islam is here in your heart. And that's no matter what. You, you're gonna be fine. You're fine. And God knows you." So that's what I did. And last year, my daughter passed away. And my son told me, "Mom, if you want to use your scarf, put it back." That was my son telling me. And I said, I will. So I will put permanently my scarf.
In what ways were your community members there for you through hard times?
Oh, they've been great. They're the best. My Muslim community, they are the best of the best. In my happy times, they are there. In my difficult times, like losing my daughter, they've been there. They won't let me go down. They just been supportive, been with me. From the moment they knew, they won't let me alone. They've been with me all the time, asking how you doing, contact me, gone to visit me, bring me food. All my sisters, they've been they brought me food in the most difficult times, and praying with me, being really close, asking, "Sister, please, anything, whatever you need." And So they were with me when we buried my daughter. They all with me. After that, into now, I mean, they still. If I don't go to the masjid, maybe for the monthly dinner, they contact me. Are you okay, sister? You doing okay? And right now, I'm the secretary on my community, in my Islamic community, and I'm involved with the making big decisions and helping people and doing things for our community. So I'm involved, and they've been pushing me. They been, come on, you need to do something. You need to, be involved, and I really appreciate that.
You talking about your involvement in the Islamic Center. You were community coordinator
Yes.
for 4 years.
For 4 years.
Would you say something about your time there?
Yes. I enjoyed every minute, every moment being active in my community. We we did activities in the past, like fundraising dinners, um, actions. We had garage sales. We did many raising funds to help Palestinian kids. We Some of the students here in Ball State, they were from Palestine, and we decided to be after these ladies moved to Palestine. We contact them. We send money so they can buy clothes and food for the kids over there. They send us pictures. They bought new jackets for the winter and food, rice, like the elementary necessities for the families, like rice, beans, oil, stuff like that, like packages, and they made them and they distributed to the poor families, which in Palestine is a lot of uh, poor families. It's just a lot of need. So we worked uh, for those 4 years, helping communities, even here in Muncie. I mean, we've been involved with the Bank of Food, um, with the people who has problems or they have hardship in here. We help them and help the Palestinians too.
And what has your time been like as secretary?
Right now, it's uh, coordinating, write down the minutes and I'm not so much involved with the fundraising, but I will get involved. We're gonna have a fundraising for our masjid, and we're gonna involve the whole Muncie community, not only the Muslim community, but we're gonna involve all the Muncie community, and we're gonna have a dinner and all kind of stuff. Gonna have like henna painting. Auctions. It's gonna be interesting, but we coordinate. I coordinate. I help. Um, is taking decisions too about what we're gonna do with our masjid. We're gonna have a parking. The parking lots needs some restorations around the masjid, and so I take decisions along with my other Muslims, sisters and brothers.
You used to go to Friday prayer,
Mhm.
and now is it because of your job?
Because my job, yes. I love my Friday prayer. I love it. I've been absent maybe for a couple months because I work at night.
Yeah, how is working nights? And tell me about your job right now.
hmm Right now, I work for a Japanese company in Portland, Indiana. So I have to drive 45 minutes. Uh, so I work from 10 at night to 6 in the morning. And I work in the lab in quality control. Um, it's very interesting because I'm learning. It's a lot of technology, Japanese technology, and I had to. I mean, I'm learning um, calibrations, how to measure parts with the sophisticated technology, which the time go fast, really fast, because I like it. I like what I'm doing there. I don't like the time because it's a night shift, but eventually I'm gonna come to day shift.
So back to talking about the Islamic Center.
Mhm,
In 2017, you elected Bibi Barami
mhm,
as the president,
mhm,
and this is the first woman to hold this position.
mhm.
So tell me about this.
Oh, it's I love Bibi. Bibi is one of the persons I admire really because she's always helping people. She's the helper, really. If I have to describe Bibi in one word, she's love and she's a helper. Yeah, so I think being the president and the first woman, it just fits her perfectly. She's very professional and she loves to do this kind of job, and so she's doing well, very good.
And how is this a sign of change or continuity in the mosque?
Um, say
In um, in values, how is does BB's presidency show
it.
values staying the same or changing at the Muncie Mosque?
I think the values is continue the same. Um, I don't know because maybe you're asking because she's a woman. Um, in Islam, many people think that women we are suppressed and we have to be aside and but it's all. I mean, that's a wrong idea. You know, Islam takes in consideration women as the men. Um, so I for the whole community, this is not new. And since Bibi has been helping every year, all the time, and since Bibi's been here, so she's like the mom of the masjid. And everybody is okay with that.
And how do diverse Muslims of different races, ethnicities, genders, and sects come together to form a single community?
How I.
How do such diverse people
Mhm.
come together to form unity?
I think that's amazing. Is For me it's something out of this world, to be honest with you, because um, in Mexico we don't have this. We don't have diversity. Um, this is only in the United States. See, you are you exposed to so many cultures, and and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's amazing that you can talk to someone from Afghanistan and from Iraq, from China, from believe it or not, we have Chinese Muslims, Chinese, and from all people from all over the world. So it's amazing, and you learn from each culture. Is very it's enrichment, for yourself, and to know all these people, and they have the same religion, uh, and we speak when we pray, we speak the same language. Our prayers are in Arabic, and so we have one unified language. See, so that's amazing. That's very nice.
What is the greatest strength of the religious community?
The strength. Mm, we see each other as a family. I think that's the biggest strength. And no matter what, we're gonna have differences, but we see each other as a family. So that's keep us strong. And yeah.
What are some of the obstacles that the community faces?
Mm, well, it's just ignorance from people when they don't know who is what is Islam and who is the Muslims. I think ignorance is our big obstacle.
So, speaking of your own participation, how would you characterize your practice of Islam?
Mm, how I characterize my mm,
How would you describe your practice in general?
I try to do my best to be um, to submit myself to God, to Allah, um, Subhanahu wa Taala. I um, try to do my five prayers a day, and that is a struggle. It's not easy. It's not easy, and especially when you come from a different culture and a different religion, background religion, is hard. Mm, I see my friends that they born and they been raised Muslims. They have a constancy, and with the prayers. But as for me, it's been a struggle. Not because I don't believe it. It's just to make the time and to be in time for the prayers. I would mm, I would lie if I don't tell you that I'm struggling, but I will do my best. I do my best, and if I don't pray, I'm not comfortable with myself. But I develop a good relationship with my creator, so that's very important. With Islam, one of the beauties of Islam is that teach you and help you how to develop a good relationship with God, and it's constantly the whole way of your way of life is completely um, um, submitted to Allah, because since you wake up, you're thanking in Allah. You give the thanks to Allah for waking you up. If you go to the bathroom and take a shower, you say Bismillah in the name of God. If I start my car, I say Bismillah, because you don't know what's going to happen from my house to work. And I'm learned that I'm constantly studying about Islam. You never stop learning about Islam. Um, it's not like, oh, I convert to Islam, that's it. No, no. You are constantly reminding yourself about God, about the Prophet, peace be upon him. Um, you constantly learn something about Islam, which I love it. And every day, when I learn something, I am more thankful with God that brought me to this religion.
Have you been on the Hajj?
No, but this is something that I want to do. Um, first, I mean, I was planning to go last year to Umbra, just because it's more spiritual. It's more, you don't rush like in Hajj. But I'm planning. I'm planning to go. Yes, that's one of my goals.
How do you practice zakat in America?
In America, we give it to our masjid. We give them the money, and they give it, which I'm part of the committee. We give them to the needy people, and but I don't stop there. I go further. I reach Mexico, and I give people in Mexico who really needs. And also like institutions where they ask for the refugees, and it's so many uh, charities that you can give. So I try to do my best in zakat and give. One thing I learned from Islam is, when you give, you multiplied. God multiplied for you, and I seen it. I witnesses. So I try to do my best on that.
And then another practice we talked about was your fostering kids.
Mm-hmm.
And when did you start to do that?
About let me see, about 5 years ago. Um, Also, everything is around my religion, and in Islam, it's, the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that whoever have an orphan in their house and helping an orphan, you will enter paradise. So I put that in my head, and I say I need to help an orphan. So I try to take classes, and I become a certified foster mom. And I talked to my mom, and I say, let's do it. And since she don't work, she say, okay, that will be nice. It's something like give back to the community. And so my mom and I, we got involved. We took the classes. We been certified. We got this certification. So it's not easy. You have to pass. Oh my gosh! You have to. They come and check your house, your background, everything, and then you have to pass the classes. And so anyway, they say, the day after we have the certification. They call me and they say, "Can you take in your house 4 siblings?" And I say, 4? No way. We say 1. Yeah, but they're bilingual, and we need a bilingual home. So we took them. And that night, I couldn't sleep. I say, do I'm doing the right thing, But it was worth it. It was worth it. The kids, they need us. And the youngest was a baby with 6 months old. Different ages: 8, 5, 2, and 6 months old. So It was hard, but it was worth it.
Is there something distinctive that you bring to the Muslim community in Muncie, being maybe one of the only Mexicans at the mosque?
If I didn't understood the question.
So you're maybe one of the only Mexicans
Yes.
at the masjid.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that you bring to the mosque
Mm-hmm.
because of your Mexican background that you
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I would say being friendly and bring my Mexican dishes for the monthly dinners, and just by being Mexican, I think uh, some of the kids from the brothers and sisters, they always ask me about the Spanish. Oh, can we ask you about the Spanish because we taken this class and we taken this other class, and how you say this, how you say that, and even I help one the doctor's daughter. She was taking classes with me in my house, Spanish classes, and she was very good. She become really um, uh, she was speaking Spanish very fluent. She was very fluent, so I was happy, and I think that's one of my little contributions to the by being Hispanic.
What teachers or scholars of Islam are important guides for you?
Teachers, I think the main teacher is the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But it's numerous imams that are on the websites. Noman Ali Khan, maybe I'm not pronouncing it right, but Noman Ali, he's very good. Omar Suleiman is another one. But one, oh, the best. He passed away and he's not with us anymore. But Ahmed did that. Ahmed did that the best. Um, I learned a lot from his videos and from his teachings.
What is the heart of Islam for you?
The heart. Um, can you be more specific? Like, what do you really want?
What does Islam mean to you?
Everything, everything. Like I told you, Islam for me is clarity. In clarity in everything, in who is God. What is the purpose of my life here? The I have as a young adult and an adult, I have all that question. What is the purpose of me in this life? And I think many intelligent people will ask that question. What is our purpose of our life in here? Um, we born, we reproduce, we died. What is the purpose? So when I found Islam, I found the purpose. And the purpose is worship Allah. But not only in a prayer, it's with your actions. How you speak, how you conduct to others, how you follow God commandments, how you follow what Allah expects from you. Not if you follow all that, you are good. You are in peace with yourself. You understand the purpose is to worship Allah in the way of your life, and that's it. You are in peace, and that's Islam, peace. So for me, Islam become my way of life and the peace of my life.
In today's world, there have been some misunderstandings around the word jihad.
Hmm.
How is this word important to you?
Well, jihad is very important, but not as many people think that jihad is killing and go and kill people and no, jihad. The meaning of jihad is struggling within yourself. If my struggle right now is make my prayers in time, that's my jihad. See, um, for other people maybe is mm, how to get well with the other people. See, jihad is struggling, so that's the jihad. Whatever you have a struggle with, that's what you're going to struggle and what you're going to do your best. You have to do your best. But jihad is not what many people think. Mhm.
Have you been involved in any interfaith activities?
Yes, yes. We have the interfaith dinners. We've been in the Jewish temple. We've been in the Christian church. We have dinners and see how we can help our community and how we apport new ideas or resources or whatever we need. And one is coming. It's coming and it's gonna be in our masjid in next month. So you are all welcome to come.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Shifting our focus now to the Muncie Muslim community, how would you describe your experience of living in Muncie as a Muslim convert?
Well, it's been, like I said, it's a lot of prejudice against, the Islam, the religion. But I'm used to now. I'm used to. Um, Before I was Muslim, I was discriminating because I was Mexican, because I'm Mexican, and and when I was wearing my hijab, they thought I was from Saudi Arabia or from Egypt, and they were this. I have some kind of discrimination too, so I guess I'm used to. I'm used to because it's one way or another, But I don't care. Like I say, it's just people who don't understand other religion or they don't know. It's ignorance, and I get used to now. And and about my Mexican background, eh, mm, I am who I am, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be Mexican, and mm, very happy to be a Muslim.
What has been the best part of living in Muncie?
The best part, I guess, is my Muslim community. I'm sorry, but I think if it would not for my Muslim community, I would be gone long time ago, um, to the south, to Texas, close to my family.
And what do you miss most about life in Mexico?
Um, well, the the family, the gatherings, um, the friends from my childhood. I went to Mexico last year, and oh my gosh, I have so many gatherings. Everybody want to have I have a reunion with my class from my veterinarian school, and friends from middle school. I mean, it was unbelievable. I miss all that.
Well, turning more to national and international events, what affected the 2016 presidential election have on you and the Muslim community in Muncie?
Well, the really we were in shock, really, that Trump become president. His rhetorics about banning Muslims, um, and having the wall in the border. He wanted to take all Mexicans, bad hombres, from here, which I'm not really worried about that in a way. Um, but I was worried about Muslims, uh, about people who is not legalizing here in this country, how they going to return them, or kids they know only one place here, America, the United States, and sending them back to different countries where they don't know anything about it. I was worried most about that. Um, for myself, I make many jokes, I say, well, I'm Mexican and Muslim, so hey, he's going to take me back, Um, eh, Trump is going to get rid of me in no time. But it's just a joke. Of course, we are very worried about his eh, form of discrimination with Muslims and the whole countries, the whole shade countries. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's kind of worried because the United States now is my home, and I consider now here my home, and I worried um, how he's uh, betrayed the United States now as a. I mean, the president of the United States is so um, discriminating with the religion and ethnicities. Uh, I don't think you ever see that. I mean, I haven't see that even in Mexico. You know, we don't see that, and now you see it in the you witnesses in the United States is bad. It's not good.
Muslim leaders have noted that in the wake of terror attacks such as 9/11
Hmm.
or Paris, that it can be difficult for Muslims to express collective grief with non-Muslims
Hmm.
when they are looked at with suspicion. Does this resonate with your experiences?
Um, well, people who knows me, they know where I'm coming from my religion point of view. So in a way, like my family, they have a different way to view the Muslims, Islam, as a terrorist. Now they change their view. They know it's not what the media um, tell us that Muslims are terrorists. So uh, in a way, the people who is around me, they know what's it's just a group of people, radicals or political points of views, and they know it's not Islam, it's not the true Islam. So um, I don't know if that answered your question.
And what are your hopes for the future?
Oh, peace, always peace, peace around the world. Right now, the Muslims have a lot of persecution, suffer persecution around the world. It's a lot of wars right now in Syria, a lot of killing, um, and my hopes is that it stop the war. That's my hope.
Now, I'd like you to take a few minutes to reflect on this question.
hmm
So, in closing, what is one event or story from your life that captures what it means to you to be a Muslim in America?
What captures? Mm, I think the contribution to be a Muslim in America is what we give to the society. Um, my contribution to my community, I think is very important. Helping others, my kids, my foster kids, uh, when they when they come first to your house, the first day, you have to welcome them and talk to them in a manner that, hey, don't be afraid. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to help you. And I think that's a way to be American and Muslim, because Islam is showing me and teach me that we have to be human beings. We have to help others. We have to, no matter what, we have to help. We have to study. We have to continue the studying. We have to learn every day. So we have to keep going. Um, and being in America, like I say, this is my home now. And I've been living more in the United States than Mexico. So this is my home. I love this place. I love Muncie, and I will do anything for my community.
Thank you, Sarah. On behalf of the Virginia B. Ball Center Seminar, Muslims in Muncie, I want to thank you for sharing your story today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.